Hey guys, welcome to another week of Force Will News. We have a couple interesting things to go over. It's only a couple things, but I'm going to sort of go into detail because they have a lot of stuff going on with them. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing we want to go into is Caster Chronicles. So in case you guys aren't aware, Caster Chronicles is one of the new games that the company Force of Will is coming out with. So it's going to be, it looks like it deals with high school girls and stuff, and it plays similar to, I think it's Duel Masters and Kaijuda is what a lot of people were comparing it to. So that's kind of exciting. And they released every single card on a caster's database, which is, I'll have the link in the description because it's too weird to say out loud. It's like en.caster/chronicle and all that stuff. But anyways, so it's pretty cool. So it has the basic rules. It doesn't have comprehensive rules yet, but it has the basic rules as well as every single card that's going to be released, I assume, in the first set and possibly starter decks. And each one has a certain theme to it. So one of them, I believe, is all of it is just like makeup themed. Another one is office supplies themed, so it has like staplers and stuff. One that I really like is this one, which is the orange color, I believe, because there's 7 colors instead of just 5. But this orange one deals with food. So like, there's one like this one, which is like some sort of ice cream scoops. And unless I'm looking at it wrong, it looks like that one ice cream scoop is about to eat the other ice cream scoops. So if that's true, then that's pretty awesome, and I love it. And there's some awesome stuff like this toxic turkey. I feel like with that bottle, it implies that it's toxic because it's drunk, maybe? I don't know. It's really weird. And there's also this one, Cerebrost, and it's like pigs instead of like pig flesh. I don't know what's going on with it. So yeah, you guys go check it out. There's a lot of really weird stuff. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. But yeah, there's I talked to a guy who's working on a plugin on Lackey for casters right now. So hopefully that'll be coming out soon. We're going to keep you guys updated as soon as that becomes available, and we'll be doing some videos on it. We'll have a video coming out eventually here going over the basic rules as we understand them. We had done a video like that before, but now that they've updated them and we understand a little bit better now, so we're going to do more a much better version of that, and then hopefully some gameplay videos as soon as it's available on Lackey, or we might do it in real life with some proxies depending on how it goes. So keep an eye out for that. Next piece of news is the Force will announce their promos for this month, or this upcoming month. So we got first one is we got a reprint of another Vingolf 3 card. We got Shade. So that's pretty awesome. They keep doing these reprints of Vingolf 3, since obviously they're not reprinting the set itself. They're at least in the form of promos giving us the cards that are really popular in it, that are really expensive, but staples in a lot of decks, so that we're not hurting ourselves too much. So it's also really cool artwork for Shade, so that's really cool. And they also randomly are coming out with the Giant. So this is the one that goes with Jack, so Jack swings in and then you get to search and grab this guy. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I ran this combo in my Millium 1.0 deck for a little while, and then I didn't. But it's cool artwork for sure. But yeah. So moving on to our last piece of news, this is the most interesting one. So Jordan, if you guys aren't aware, he works for Force of Will. He ran the weekly Q&As, and he's also their translator, as well as does PR stuff, I believe, as well as the lore articles and different things like that. He, as we've mentioned before, he stopped doing his Q&As a while back, and we're sort of curious as to why. And it was brought to our attention by Radical Hair. So he's one of our patrons. He's actually one of our very first ones, so that's pretty awesome. But he brought this news to us that the Reddit account for Force of Will Jordan, that's on Reddit, that is always commenting and sharing different things on the Force of Will Reddit, is deleted, and is deleted by our user, as you can see here. So that's kind of an interesting development, since we haven't really heard from him. The last we've really seen from him is we did see him at Worlds helping with some of the filming, it looked like. But that's really all we've seen or heard from him since that point. And there hasn't really been a release of any lore articles, so it's kind of weird that that was deleted. And then what seems like is on his Facebook page, he had shared a image from a card game coming out called Notice Me Senpai, which is a card game that looks like it's going to be going on Kickstarter. and he shared the post to his page. And if you look at the post as well as different posts from that card game, they're written on how he does Force of Will posts with all the little smiley faces and pointing and different things, all that Jordanisms. And you see it start at a certain point. I believe it's around the time he started to slowly stop doing Q&As and stuff. Force of Will is when that started happening, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But anyways, and so it looks like he's at least helping them with PR and different things like that. We don't know to what extent. So we're not quite sure what's happening, if he's still working for Force of Will or if he switched over. And if that's the case, that would kind of suck, because he's the translator, the English translator. He's the one who brought us out of the fiasco of translations from Grimm and all that. So hopefully we'll get some developments with this. I did try to get in contact with Jordan to no avail, unfortunately. But if he gets back in contact with me, granted it's only been like 4 or 5 hours, so maybe he's just busy. But if he gets in contact with me, I'll be sure to post an update video or some other update to it and let you guys know what's going on with that. But it is interesting to note. I hope it's not a bad omen or anything, but yeah. But yeah, and like I mentioned, Radical Harry's on our Patreon. So in case you guys haven't heard, we have our Patreon. You can click, there's a link in the description, and if you join it, there's different things we post. We're going to be posting, we've posted bloopers, some behind the scenes videos, extra videos. We're going to have a lot more videos we're posting on there, essentially, that'll be exclusive to Patreon. We're doing a giveaway right now that's going to, we're going to draw it probably within a couple weeks here, as well as, and we'll continue doing giveaways. The $10 tier, you get to do a Lackey game with us, different things like that. You can check that all out. And the lore videos are going to be coming out soon. We're trudging through pretty hard right now. I just redid the intro. If you guys had missed that, that was over on DMO73's channel when I did during the takeover week. I premiered the rough cut of the intro. So now I've sort of made it a lot nicer, and we're working on just all the different stuff. So coming soon, so look out for that within the next week or two. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the news, really. Yeah, pretty easy week this time, but we'll be sure to subscribe for more of this, and we'll see you guys next time.